Hello everyone, it's me, and today is Thursday, August 26, 2021, and I went to the DMV on Monday at, I believe it was 9 a.m. as soon as they opened so I could get my California driver's license, and I did it, and it took me like an hour and a half to go through all of that, which I was kind of expecting it to take even longer. So I was pretty pleased, but I will say, starting in October, I believe it is, next month, you have to. Is it next month? I think so, because I'm actually planning all the horror films that I'm going to watch one right after another because I'm a huge horror fan and a huge Halloween fan. Back to my story. So, I believe it's next month in October. In order to fly, you have to have something called a real ID. And I don't know, I guess it's federally recognized or something like that. And if you don't have that, you have to have a passport or something similar. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go get this freaking real ID driver's license. I go, and apparently I don't have a second proof of address with me. I have like a progressive bill, but my name is only on the front first page. So they went, no, we can't do it, but we can give you a driver's license that's not going to be good for flying. So I was like, yeah, I need that right away. But now I'm just thinking, shoot, as soon as I can, I have to go get the real ID because I gotta go fly some places. I'm hoping that COVID will decrease enough to where we can go places again on airplanes. So keep your fingers crossed, people. I'm still thinking about doing a buzz cut, and I might have done it today, but I'm not because I'm actually going to the symphony tonight. Not quotes, but like the actual symphony. Like, ooh, I'm a member of society going to the symphony, and I just don't want to have to do that and then go to the symphony. So I'm gonna wait, but it's actually something that I am going to do. So, keep an eye out. The reason that I'm doing this is because, one, I've had buzz cuts, in the past when I was younger, and I enjoy it, I guess. I don't know. A lot of time has passed since I've had one. I do know it's kind of like that when you're like, well, I'm sick of this. I'd like to be able to style it differently. But the real reason is, and I've talked about this before, I have something called diffused alopecia, which means every once in a while the hair starts falling out kind of dramatically, all over the head, not targeted into one area, but all over, and it gets thin, and it's very annoying when you wash your hair, or you brush your hair, or you run your fingers through your hair, and I just spit, and your fingers and your hands are covered in hair. Not to mention, it's like a thing where you're like, oh my gosh, what the hell? What? So I'm thinking that I'm just gonna shave it. What the hell? Somebody better shut that dog up. So I'm gonna do that, you guys. And I know you're like looking at me and you're like, well, that doesn't look very thin to me. But the truth is, like, I spend a lot of time parting my hair like this and then applying makeup to the scalp. And I do it like this far back, like this, till the whole front section, like this, is all covered, the whole scalp, in dark makeup, so you can't tell. but it gets very annoying, very time consuming, and it's a lot of work. So I'm actually tired of doing it, so I want to try something new, and hopefully it's good, and maybe it liberates me or something like that. I am a little concerned that, for one, a buzz cut is going to make me look very old, and if that's the case, I don't know what I'm gonna do. The second thing that I'm worried about is the diffused alopecia. If I don't put the makeup on my scalp, it looks awful. Like, you can see the scalp, it looks terrible. I look horrible, you guys. Like, I might show you before I buzz it, but it just looks awful, and I'm afraid that if I do buzz it, it's gonna make it even more apparent, like something's wrong here, you look like shit. So I don't know, and I'm thinking, like, if I buzz it and it's like full on, what should I just do, like a razor too? And I'm like, no, don't do that, because that'll look even worse. I think though that if the buzz cut looks like total crap, I can wear a hat maybe, or I can wear a wig. But I'm actually hoping that it liberates me, but it might be a really bad decision as well. You know, it sucks kind of, but at the same time, I'm like, let's do something new. And if it does look bad, I can always grow it back like this and just do the makeup again. I just looked at that footage and I'm like, oh my god, I was crinkling my face the whole time, and I just look so pale, I hate it. So this is so out of place at this point, but I'm like, I need to add something else to that story, and I'm like lying on the floor now because I'm like, ooh, I just want to look good for y'all. So, I'm gonna get up and add something else to this video. I think it was a lighting issue. So, I just want to say that when my hair was starting to fall out, I actually went to the dermatologist and I'm like, what's going on here, etc. And they gave me some pills that are supposed to stop it from falling out. And you know, a lot of people do it, and a lot of people have success on these pills. I took the pills for like 2 weeks, I think, and what had happened is I was not having a good reaction to them. I started being depressed. Like, I have depression. Oh my god, I'm like so fixated now. I have depression anyway, but this just like exacerbated it and made it so horrible. Like, I was getting up in the morning, and then by 10 o'clock in the morning, I was going to take a nap, and that's just how it was. It was like, oh my gosh, I'm so weighted down that I just can't do it. And it was like wanting to cry, being so depressed, but actually not having the strength to actually cry. So, and then, you know, shortly after being in this really heavy depressed state, my mind starts going to, you know, really dark places. If you know what I'm saying, I don't want to trigger anybody, but totally that's where it was going. And at that point, I'm like, no, I've got to stop this. So I stopped taking the medication, and it's not for everybody, obviously. And, you know, my life and my happiness is worth more than a hairstyle or from stopping the hair from falling out. There's a dermatologist here on YouTube, and she's pretty popular, and if you watch her videos, you can plainly tell that she's got some issues herself, and she's probably not the best person to be giving advice. I don't want to say the name, but if you look her up or just Google it or something, you're going to know exactly who I'm talking about. Like, I wouldn't take any of her advice because she seems crazy and all of that. But she was actually doing a video on this medication that I was taking, and someone had left in a comment that it could cause depression, and she was like totally dismissive, like, well, most of these people are depressed anyways because their hair's falling out. And I'm like, you asshole, screw you. So that's all that I have to say today. I hope that this wasn't so out of place and that this video wasn't stupid. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Hello everyone, it's me, and today I'm doing a buzz cut, and I'm not using any guard at all. Okay. Oh my god. This right here, that is the makeup that I was telling you about. And I don't know, I'm thinking I might leave that thing and this thing to be kind of edgy. Okay, you guys, I think I might have made a mistake. I don't know.